So up next, am I the asshole for not wanting to do Thanksgiving dinner at my parents' without my wife? Okay.
Where do these people come up with these captions?
It's how you got to write to Reddit, otherwise your post gets removed. I, 30 male, feel stupid for even asking. My sister, 29, and my wife, 34 female, did not have the best history. Before we met, my wife was my sister's landlady, and she was renting the room at the back of my wife's house 6 years ago. She got evicted less than 4 months after moving in because my sister did not pay her rent at all. Then she was taken to court for damages that costed OP. That cost way more than she put down on the security deposit. My sister did end up having to pay, but basically hated my wife for this. We met after this all went down, and I went to go pick up my sister's stuff she left behind that my wife was decent enough to not throw out yet. We started chatting and really hit it off. Started dating. Year and a half later, she got pregnant with our son. Now happily married, but my sister never took it well. We weren't as close before all this, but after becoming a traitor in her eyes, we didn't talk much. She hasn't even met my son, who's 3. My parents are really trying to push us all to have a family Thanksgiving at their place. My sister never wanted to go because I'd be there with my wife, and she didn't want to see me. My parents never pushed it before because they didn't think my sister was being fair, considering the issues she has with my wife were all things she did herself. This year they feel different though, since my sister broke up with her boyfriend of 6 years and it's the first holiday without him. She, however, doesn't want to see my son or wife, so that's why they're asking if they be left at home. My wife doesn't have any other family, and I don't want her and my son missing out because my sister doesn't want them there. It's not a problem for me to miss out on dinner with my wife, so my sister could have the company, and I just stay home with my own family. My sister is blowing it out of proportion because she wants me there, but I'm being an asshole because she wants the whole family there. Parents are taking her side here because it's been a difficult year losing her boyfriend and job, so she just wants one family dinner for Thanksgiving. I get it. It's been tough for her. I'm just having a hard time seeing how it's selfish or being inconsiderate to not want to exclude my family.
This sister is a major fucking bitch.
Huge.
Wow.
Huge.
Woo! To take it out on the 3-year-old too?
Yeah.
Holy shit, what is going on with her?
She did it to herself.
Exactly. She wasn't paying her rent. What? For 4 months?
Yeah. You miss a month. Hey, we all go through shit. You're late on a payment. Hey, been there. 4 months though, you need to communicate to your landlord and say, hey, like, I can't afford this. I need to move out.
This is... I just don't understand what this sister is thinking in her head. How is she rationalizing any of this?
I don't get it. I don't know how, like, a bad breakup rationalizes it with the parents, though, too. A 6-year relationship is a big chunk of time. It's a big chunk of time. That is a big part of your life. And breakups are really hard. But then to be like, sorry, honey, you can't bring your wife and your 3-year-old because your sister's going through a breakup.
I mean, I understand that the parents are probably just trying to like help somebody who they absolutely love and is in a really bad place, because who knows, the sister may be on the floor crying every single day in their bathroom and they
This
might
is
be
true.
hearing this. So
This is true.
they probably just they're desperate to like make sure that they can like help her in any way they can. If that's like her one wish, then the parents are probably like, please just like abide by this, because you guys seem to be stable, whereas our daughter is not very stable right now.
I know, but then just like focus on her. Like, don't ask someone to then exclude their family. Like, that's his wife. That's his person.
Of
At
course,
that point, like,
but like I'm just thinking about them being desperate to try
Yeah.
to like,
Yeah.
and that's what she's asking from them. Like, please, like get him to come for Thanksgiving, not the rest of them. Please, please, please. That's all I want. And the parents are like, can you just like do this just one
just
day?
like compromise. It's a
Yeah.
couple hours just for
Yeah.
dinner.
Mhm.
I wonder though, like, just for the fact that OP says like my sister and I weren't close before this, and then the fact that I was a traitor in her eyes, we didn't talk much. I feel like it's almost like maybe a little bit of a power trip or no? I don't know. To me, it feels like it's a little manipulative.
Maybe the sister is in love with him and she wants to be like inbred.
We have seen this before on this podcast. So nothing is out of the question at this point. But I don't know. I don't know. It's a messy situation. I think what he's asking, like, clearly he's not the asshole if he wants to
No.
stay home with his family.
So what is he's asking if he should go to the Thanksgiving and leave his wife and his child, or he's saying, am I at the asshole that I don't leave my wife and child?
Yeah, he's essentially like, am I the asshole for not wanting to do Thanksgiving dinner at my parents without my wife?
Oh, okay, got it.
And so he's like, I'm just having a hard time seeing how it's selfish or being inconsiderate to not want to exclude my family.
Yeah, it's his family.
It's not. And like, I think a lot of the holidays, I think that's what drives up so many people's emotions and anxiety around the holidays is because how much pressure we put on them.
Mhm.
It's like Thanksgiving, it's a time for us all to come together
Mhm.
and like be a family. And it's like, but why can't you do that on Sunday?
Yeah.
Why does it have to be Thanksgiving?
Mhm.
But is it like, do you use Thanksgiving as like the doorway? Is that like the gateway to get in? And like, it's the perfect excuse of like, hey, let's come together for Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
But like, it doesn't need to be that much pressure. Like,
Yeah.
enjoy your Thanksgiving and then get together and like
Yeah.
try to come to a solution. Because for the sister, like, this is your brother
Yeah.
and his wife and his little kiddo he's got a kid with this woman now. Like, they're connected.
Mhm.
She's going to be around.
Yeah, and I mean our society puts so much pressure on these holidays and having them be so perfect. I mean, you see it absolutely everywhere you go. Retail, movies,
Retail.
like anywhere you are, it's all about how happy and how great of a time it is to be with your family. And
Mm-hmm.
for people who don't have always the best situation with their family, or even if they do, like it's just a lot of pressure that people put on themselves. So when it's not perfect, then it's very emotional. And that's why I
Yes.
think that it's easy, like in a big family, when you all get together for Christmas, if it's not going absolutely perfect for one person, they get emotional, then the other person gets emotional because why are you why are you acting like this? And so it's like a domino effect. But I do think that you make a really good point because it's why this one day?
Yeah.
Why does it need to be this one day where the sister is like, you need to be there, don't want your wife to be there, or the kid, I want it to be my perfect Thanksgiving, you know?
Yeah. It's interesting. I think it has a lot to do with the pressure we put on ourselves and the holidays. And I just want to add to like with the holidays coming up, and I know finances are tough for so many people, especially like this is year 2 of this fucking pandemic. Do not feel the need to overspend and outspend your means. Like I told my family, like my mom used to go above and beyond, like just outspending, putting herself in so much debt to like give us presents because that's something like she didn't feel like she had as a kid. And this year I was like, no, like we are name drawing for people. We're each picking one person. Like it's not
That's
about
what my family's been doing that for a while.
I love
Yeah.
that because it's not about the gifts. Like the holidays are not about the gifts. They are truly about coming together and just spending time with the people you love.
This just became a Christmas movie. That was a great ending,
Is
Morgan.
this a Lifetime movie?
I loved that.
Is it a Lifetime movie?
Heart
God.
warmed.
Netflix,
My
I'm
heart
ready.
just grew 2 times
I'm
after
ready.
that comment.
Okay, Grinch. Okay. But yeah, it's just no. I hope the sister-in-law like breakups fucking suck, but you also like need to get over the past. Like you were the one that wronged the landlord and like yeah, she lost in court and then had to pay more, but sometimes you just got to move on.
Yeah, I think it's so ridiculous when somebody there's no question. You sign the lease. You sign an agreement. Like it's not like you were like, "Well, sorry, your boundaries were not clear."
It's
No.
there.
Like and so it's so wild to me when people are so stubborn, stuck in their own ways on something that's so clearly your fault.
Yeah.
Like you agreed to something and you didn't follow through. Why are you mad about it? Why are you mad at the other person? Be mad at yourself.
And I 100% and I get like maybe she was going through a tough situation, but then articulate that.
Yeah.
and then say, hey, you know what? I know I signed this lease. However, I can't pay. So I got to move out.
You can't like stay somewhere for 4 months for free. Like you just can't do that. Or
No.
if you do, it's going to be a different, not a place that you assigned that you're going to pay them each month. Like I'm not saying that I know her situation. She might have been going through a
We have
really
no
bad
idea.
time. Like it's not necessarily that she was like floating in money and just didn't want to pay because she was being greedy. Like she might have been having a really hard time. But when you sign an agreement to somebody, like those are the rules, those are the expectations. Like you don't just get to like slide past that. Like you have to figure it out for yourself. You
Yeah.
can't just like ask for a favor from a completely random person.
No. And it sounded like, based on the way like this was written, it doesn't sound like she's a landlord and has like a 16-unit place. It
Mm.
sounds like,
Yeah, it's her livelihood too. She has to take care of herself.
I know, and it sounded like, and that's like, it's hard because like everyone has this big thing, like where it's like, fuck landlords lately, like whatever. But OP says she was renting the room at the back of my wife's house. So this could be a way that this like woman offset her mortgage
True.
and the way that she kept afloat.
True.
So like we don't know, but like you can't rob Peter to pay Paul. Like if you can't afford to live somewhere, this is why homelessness is such a big fucking problem. But like you have family, like your family might have helped you.
Yeah, it sounds like your parents would have let you like crash in their place for a
Yeah.
bit if you were really that.
Yeah. Hopefully they can come together for Thanksgiving. Not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
Top comment does point out it's been 6 years and your sister was at fault. Time to grow up and drop the grudge.
I think what's like really the disgusting part of this story for me is that she doesn't want to know her nephew.
That's sad.
That is the saddest thing ever. And not only that, she doesn't even want her nephew to be at the Thanksgiving dinner.
It's disgusting. How can you put blame on a child?
A 3-year-old, and how could you not want to get to know your nephew?
It's disgusting.
That is the disgusting part of the story. I'm like, cool, hold a grudge on this woman who was just doing her job and did nothing wrong, but expect you to follow through with your commitment. Sure, hold that grudge. The child,
It's a little baby.
it's a baby.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. I don't get like anytime people hold shit that their parents did against a child, but like her mom didn't do anything. Or the little kids, I think it's a son. His mom didn't do anything. Like it's just like one of those things where it's like, you were wrong.
Yeah,
You were wrong. And like it's been 6 years.
yeah,
Your brother married this woman. It's come on. It's time to get over it.
yeah.
OP does reply to that comment. So they go on to say, first off, time to grow up and drop the grudge. And the fact that she would hold it against your toddler
Yep, there we go.
is ridiculous.
Mhm.
If she wants her whole family there, she needs to accept that your wife and child are family, whether she likes it or not. Family doesn't always get along. She needs to deal with that or not expect you there. And so OP goes, it's how I feel too. My wife was the wronged party, and she's over it now. I'm sure because my sister was the one who had to pay out of pocket, she feels differently about it. But still, like you said, it's been 6 years.
Crazy.
Yeah, the next person kind of like gets into it and they're like, your parents have clearly babied your sister her whole life if they've allowed this to go on this long. This should have been nipped in the bud years ago. But for some reason, none of you put your foot down with her tantrums. Your responsibility is to your wife and child. End of story. If your parents are going to act this irrationally and bend to your sister's hysterics, it may be time to draw a line in the sand. This is one of those times when taking no side is actually taking a side when one party is so clearly in the wrong. And OP replies, did you have to say something?
No, I was just gonna say, remind me how old the sister is.
Sister is 29.
Yeah.
So this happened when she was 23.
Mhm.
But again, 6 years, she's now 29. Wife is 34. And so OP replies to that comment and goes, for the past few years, they have told her if she doesn't want to be around my family, then she can be excluded from family events. This is the only time they want to do whatever to make her happy because of what's going
Yeah,
on.
they're desperate to help her.
Yeah, bad breakup. 6 years. Like at 6 years, I think, I mean, me in my mind, I'm 3 years into a relationship and I'm like, okay, I anticipate marrying this person.
Yeah.
So 6 years, it's like, that's, especially she's 29. She dated him 23 to 29. Like,
Yeah.
those are such big years where you envision a future with the person you're with. It's like, why are you with that person unless you see a future? So it's a tough breakup, but I don't think I would still entertain her being silly. I think I would like try to make a compromise. I think I would say, hey, let's have them stop by for dessert. Maybe we can start patching this up. Like, let's have our Thanksgiving, like, as the parents, this is what I would say. Like, let's have our Thanksgiving dinner. Let's have your brother and his wife and kiddo stop by for dessert. They can just stop by 30 minutes, an hour. Let's start, like, trying to remedy
Do you
this.
really think that this person is rational for that?
No,
I don't either.
but I think with people that are so set in their ways, I think you have to give them like baby cues or like almost Jedi mind trick them where it's like you're getting what you want, but also here's an opportunity to maybe get the best of everything. And if she says no, then it's like, okay, well, we're just having Thanksgiving dinner ourselves. But like you could be like, we're going to do what you want. It's just Thanksgiving with the family. But then, hey, let's have your brother stop by. Just quick. Just dessert, say hi. You can meet your nephew. We'll call it a day. Because then it's like maybe she feels like she's still getting what she wants, but yet things are going to be better. And, you know, it's tough because some people would say, hey, don't negotiate with the terrorist. So you just got to go with what you think is right. But I would try the Jedi mind trick. I really would. Because it can't go on like this forever. Thanksgiving's one holiday. You got a shit ton more to deal with.
I think that if I were the family, I would just wait until she kind of gets in a better place, like with the stabilization of the breakup. And then I
True.
would literally have an intervention and be like, listen, what in the actual fuck?
It's fucking time,
It's
you
fucking
rude bitch.
time. You rude bitch. Yes. Perfect way to use that. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully they can get it sorted. But OP, not the asshole.
No, not at all. You love your family and you love them hard. Also, is this Thanksgiving that he's talking about? So it's like coming up.
Yes.
Oh, I wonder what he's gonna do.
Let's look at his account. Let's see if he's posted any updates.
I'm sure he'll just have Thanksgiving with his family or his wife and child family.
Yeah, so it looks like there's no additional posts, but someone commented, "Your sister loves to hold a grudge. Stay home, not the asshole." And he replies back, "Yes, we plan to."
There you
So it
go.
looks like he's planning on staying home. I do not see any additional posts. However, very, very responsive throughout the comments. So check out the YouTube description for the link if you want to sleuth yourself. Up next,
Sleuth.
are you ready?
What does sleuth mean?
Like to be a detective.
Is that a word or did you make it up?
No, I didn't make it up. Sleuth is a
I'd
word.
be impressed if you did. I liked it.
No, sleuth. A person who investigates crimes. A detective.
Wow.
I might not be able to pronounce vague, but I know sleuth.
I don't pronounce that word right either. When you were
How
telling
do you
us,
say it?
I don't know. It comes out different all the time.
That's what the thing. And okay, so you guys, like I've literally been trying to explain this to people. We're from Minnesota. If you're not familiar with Minnesota or the Midwest, some Midwest places call the things that you get from a store, we say bag. Hey, can I get a bag to carry my stuff home in? Hey, can I get a bag? That's a Minnesota thing. And so when I moved to LA, California, I would say bag at the grocery store, and they would stop, look at me, and say, "What? What are you asking for?" And so I changed my speech, and now I say bag. Can I get a bag? My Minnesota people make fun of me for it. My brother says I'm an idiot. But it's now ruined a lot of the other words I say. So instead of saying vague, which is how it should be, I say vag.
Bag.
And
I literally do that too. And I started doing that right when I moved to California as
I
well.
know.
And I didn't know that was the correlation, but that is the correlation.
That's the correlation.
Because I would have people that would always be like, what are you saying? Like bag, what?
Vague,
And
vag,
Vague,
bag.
I'm like, I don't, now like my vowels are confused right now.
Is it clicking?
My brain, yeah. And it's funny because like I do that too. So like
like Alejandra, when she was younger, she went by Allie, and like I've known Alejandra for 16, whatever, like so many years
Forever.
now, and so I knew her as Allie. So whenever she was like, I want to go by my real name, which is Alejandra, I had to like program my brain to say like Allie means Alejandra, Allie means Alejandra, Allie means Alejandra, because I knew her for one way for so long. So
Oh yeah, I
so-
met her and she put her name in my phone as Allie Nagel.
yeah.
But like
And
her
so
name is Alejandra.
Yeah, and I have another really good friend named Allie Krauser. Wait, oops, probably shouldn't say her last name.
She listens. She loves the podcast. I think she'd love a shout out.
But it's funny because now when I'm hanging out with Allie Krauser, I will accidentally call her Alejandra sometimes because I'm so used to like
Allie,
associating
the
like
associ-
Allie to Alejandra. So I'm just
Yes.
like, because my brain was like, oh, wait, that was wrong. Needed to like readjust. And that's
Yeah.
what was like the bag thing. And so now it's like the other like A's sometimes get like confused
We're just
too.
jumbled.
We're jumbled.
We're so
confused.
jumbled. Also, like, I think it's so annoying to me because pronunciation is so dependent on language. And I was thinking about this and I was like, I give people who learn English as their second language so
my
much
God, yeah.
fucking credit because look at the word read. READ. It can be read. It can be read. Like I read that.
Yeah, true.
How the fuck do you know? So all of
It
you
can
people.
be Riyadh.
Riyadh. Oh, up in the club, Riyadh. Riyadh. I feel like fucking Mr. Worldwide. But all you people judging me for my vague, maybe you're
I
pronouncing it
don't
wrong.
even know what it is anymore. Is it vague or vag? Vogue.
Vague.
Vogue. It's Vogue.
It's Vogue. Let's see. Vague. Oh fuck, I spelled it wrong.
Vague.
It's
Vague. Wait.
Vague.
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 Wait, vague.
it sounds like they're saying vague.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. It just sounds like they're saying vague.
But also if you're
Vague.
British, is it still vague and if you're British? Because the other word I pronounced wrong. God, I'm so tangential today. It's the tequila. Someone was like, "Oh, you say ruin wrong. It's I say ruin and it's ruin, like ruin. Ruin.
Mm-hmm.
You ruined that versus I ruined that.
Ruined it. Oh, really? I think I say ruined it too.
Ah!
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. See, it's Minnesota.
Yeah.
So someone goes, "Do you happen to have any British ancestry?" And I go, "No fucking way. I just got my 23andMe back lately and I'm actually British." And they go, "We say it ruined over here too."
I'm British too. Well, I mean, the people that are listening are from all over the place.
I know.
We know that. So it's hard because
just love me for me. Love me. Choose me. You don't watch Grey's Anatomy, do you? Yeah, that one was lost on you, but
I thought you were just having a meltdown. I was just waiting for it to stop.
yeah, let's take a break and go make you a new drink. We're done with the pronunciation tangent. When we come back, it'll be a story.
I liked that part of the podcast.
I think we need to clarify for people because we are Midwest gals. We just got to set the record straight.
Well, the Canadian that I told you about, it's so funny because he always says, sorry.
sorry.
And I can't.
Can I get a
like,
Coke?
I
A
can't
Coke?
not repeat him every time he says, sorry.
Sorry.
It's too hard not to.
I love Canada. Will someone from Canada adopt me?